It's Toronto versus CD Aguila of El Salvador. Now, unfortunately, this game is not going to be on television. You can only watch it live at BMO Field and also on CONCACAF.com, where you can sign up and watch the match for free online if you wish. With Dan Dunleavy right here. Usually you have to call for Toronto FC games, but not for this one.
That's right.
And we don't know a lot about CD Aguila. We don't get to watch the Salvadoran League, unfortunately, in Canada very often. And, of course, we've never played this team, and they don't train in Toronto ahead of this match. So we really don't know a whole lot about them.
You're acting like they don't even exist.
They do exist. They do exist, and they'll be very present on Wednesday night. However, what we do know is that Toronto FC, every season in the CONCACAF Champions League, has progressed a little bit further, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, and this is still a core group of guys that had success, obviously, and the most recent success was that game against LA that the city is still, I think, fondly remembering and hoping maybe that soccer can get back to that level with that type of match. But you're right, you don't know a lot about the opposition. I'm sure the players don't know a heck of a lot. It's their first time ever in Champions League playing CONCACAF as well, so it's a bit of an unknown for them. And this is the leg I think that realistically Toronto players are, I don't say they expect to win, but they're thinking, okay, this is where we got to pick up our points, because with the change in format that I'm sure you're going to bring up, I mean, you have to flat out win the group now. With Santos Laguna in the group, given the history of that team and their success in Champions League play, which Toronto knows well after running into them in the semis last year, you're not really you're not favored, let's say, that way to win the group. So you need to earn your points here, and I think it's a great opportunity as well, just for some of the younger players, whether they be players that are within the academy, maybe to come up and see some more playing time. The Quincy Amarikwas, the Wiedemans, the new players to the team, just to continue to get acclimated to their teammates, Asif, but also I think more so to Paul Mariner's style of play and what he demands of them on the pitch.
Now, there is a format change, as you touched on, in this. You used to be able to finish second and move on to the quarterfinals. That luxury is no longer afforded to you. Yeah. You have to win the group, and Santos Laguna, of course, the favorite to win it. But not a lot of people expected Toronto to get by FC Dallas last year in this competition.
Well, I agree. I mean, I remember calling that game when Toronto won 3-0 in Dallas, and TFC, at that point, I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, they were still winless in Frisco, Texas. So that was their first win, and they did it very convincingly. Breck Shea was in the lineup. I mean, FC Dallas had, my recollection serves me correct, they had their number one team out there, so they were out to win at home, but TFC stole that game. So you're right, the bottom line is, in a tournament like this, in any tournament in sport, you never know what's going to happen. No doubt Laguna's the favorite here, but again, Toronto's gained some confidence in this competition, and the core players are here that have helped gain that confidence. The Torsten Frings, the Terry Dunfields, and Milos Kosic has played very well. Let's not forget in Champions League play as well. He's kind of earned his starting role by playing in Champions League and stepping in for Stefan Frei.
Now, with CONCACAF rights issues, obviously, we're going to be very limited as to what highlights we can bring you for the game. But
we can draw stick men and show you where the ball
we can
went
do
on
that.
certain plays,
We could do that, absolutely. There's also computer software we could probably look at, to put in shadows everywhere. But anyway, we're going to try to get you some stuff, and hopefully there will be plenty of Toronto FC highlights to watch from this game. On Twitter, use TFC Live as the game gets underway Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time from BMO Field. For Dan Dunleavy, Asif Hossain. We'll see you soon.